Hi guys, I'm Bob, this is Jen, and we're going to give you a quick little run through the Ultimate Cruiser. This side we've got two 65 litre SnoMaster fridges. I've got this one on fridge, that one on freezer. So I'm running them on the Dun & Watson 65 litre tilt slides. Yeah, so this is our freezer based on the fact that we're not going to be in this one all the time. So we do actually have a pantry here that slides out. So when this is out and that one's in, we've got access both sides. And then when we slide this fridge out, we've got access from this side. So the idea of the freezer at the back is that the fact that we're not going to be in there all the time. Upstairs, we got the Bush Company 270 awning. Great bit of kit. We've had it away, set up a few times now. Not once have we had to set up the poles. It's yeah, good bit of gear. You sort of can't camp without them now. Just before I go around that side, I've got just a toolbox here with all my recovery gear. This side, under here, we've just got straps and a few bits of tools and just my axe and stuff like that. Out the back here, you'll see my slide-out kitchen. This is something I made myself over the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks. I looked online everywhere and I couldn't really find anything that I liked. With me and Jen traveling and living on the road, kitchen for me is just something that you need a bit of space. You need somewhere where you can put something without it getting covered in sand and dirt. So I made this little slide-out kitchen with a Dometic 3 stove with a little sink there with hot and cold water that runs from my gas hot shower. I've got a breadboard there. I've got 2 little drawers here where we just got bits and pieces. And that's a little our drying rack for our dishes. Everything's collapsible so that we can save as much space as we can. Under the breadboard, I just got a bit of storage, just bits and pieces, tea towels, stuff like that. Over here, we got the Bush Company cutlery set. So this is unreal for us. So we basically zip that up, put that in the canopy. The minute the kitchen gets pulled out, we throw that there. Mate, this thing is unreal because we got glass in there, we got plates. Everything's got a little spot. It doesn't rattle around. Even if it does, no carnage is really going to happen. I will take you around to this side, show you what we got. I've got all my plumbing at the back. I've just got some quick release fittings here, so that when my kitchen slides out, I've got some plumbing fitting. That's where I'll fill up, that's where water comes out, and that's a gas bayonet, so that's all disconnected while we're driving in case anything goes wrong. Yeah, got a little dual gas hot water shower on a TV bracket, so I can just swing that back in when we want to close the canopy doors. I also have a little shower ensuite up here that comes out and drops down, which is a handy bit if you're at a campsite and there's heaps of people around, you want to get your gear off. Yeah, in here I have just 3 drawers. This is bits and pieces, this one. This one we got here is just for Jen's clothes, so I give her the one that was a little bit bigger. Over here, this is my clothes, so as you can see, bugger all in there. I've got my only shoes on. Inside we've got an Enerdrive 200 amp hour lithium setup. We have the Cymarine display panel, which tells us just about everything you need to know with the batteries, the solar, what you're getting, what the fridges are drawing, what your accessories are using. We've got the 2000 watt inverter. It's also hooked up to the Cymarine, so when we are using the microwave or using the coffee machine or whatever we're using, 240 power, it gives us an idea on what that's drawing as well. Up over here, I've just got a bit of overhead storage. I had a bit of leftover space on the other side of the fridges. So we've just got things like an umbrella, we've got a sandboard. I've got some stuff there that I'm gonna finish on the ute when we're on the road. But upstairs, we have the Bush Company Clamshell Rooftop tent. So on there as well, I have 2 150 watt solar panels, a longboard and 3 shortboards. In my board bag, I also have a spear gun, some diving gear, a couple of wetsuits. So you can see that, yeah, there's a lot of weight on the roof and it hasn't seemed to bother the tent at all. If you haven't seen one of these or slept in one of these, I highly recommend it. They are probably what convinced us to travel around Australia. We went away over Christmas time and just loved it so much that we had to make it a reality. And yeah, here we are. So to give you guys a bit of a rundown on the ute, it's been a long build. Roughly 3 years ago I started with a chassis and worked our way up. While we were there, I took the suspension from a 105 series Land Cruiser, or 105 series Land Cruiser as they say, cut it, chopped it, welded it into a 79 series, so we're coiled all round, so ride comfort's quite nice, and handles the weight pretty well with the airbags. Tyres, I got 35-inch Goodyear Duratrax. I've only had these on for about 800 kilometres, but so far they're nice and quiet. They look quite aggressive. I'm really keen to see how they go. Allied wheels, I got the Neg 44 Thunders. Same again, these are only new, but I love the look of them. Canopy and tray, so the tray is built by Forefront Fabrications, and the canopy is a bit of a sort of DIY setup that I've done myself. It's all aluminium, pretty straightforward. Obviously the clamshell is integrated into this canopy, so I didn't really see a point in going and making a canopy and, you know, using all the structure for the roof and then going and bolting something on that's pretty well doing the exact same thing. So I've got a partition down the center that takes the weight of the tent. It's also welded front and back, but yeah, at 86 kilos with the tent, which is not much, I didn't really see a use to, you know, make a full roof underneath. I've got my high lift jack, TJM, got my shovel, got my shower ensuite. Up here, got my rack, I've got my chainsaw, a couple of jerry cans, a couple of chairs, a couple of camp ovens, and probably a few more things. As you can see, I've got all the boards on the roof, all the dive gear up there. Toolboxes here, this is bits and pieces, just spare tools, stuff like that. In the back here, I've got, I have a water pump for washing down, high pressure, sort of anything like that. I have the water pump for the shower, which is actually a lot slower. And then I also have the filler for my secondary diesel tank. And also I have up front an 85 litre water tank from Dun & Watson. So to take you around this side, I've got the TJM side steps, TJM Outback bull bar. I'm running all Fox shocks under here, Dobinson's coils. I've got all comp rods, radius arms, drag links, tie rods, upper control arms, lower control arms. I'm also running Partsman Dan's, which is comp rods, billet torsion sway bar system. So, you know, this is quite a tall and big and heavy vehicle, and pulling out, overtaking someone, mate, it just sticks to the road like a dream for what it is, that's for sure. But before I wrap things up, there's something I want to show you guys. Now, this is an absolute must if you're taking your missus on the road. I'm not even going to begin to tell you what and why. I'm just going to hand it over to Jen.
I'll take that, thank you. So as Bobby was just saying, this would probably be my ultimate travel thing. This is what I would call either a travel bag and toiletry bag, but for me, because we're going for so long with traveling, this would just purely be my toiletry bag. So it's handy. We've got the hook up the top so you can put it anywhere you like. We've got the holes here, so this is perfect for draining if you've got wet stuff in there. And then this is pretty cool. So this section here you could put, whether it's a makeup bag or if you've got dirty clothes, wet clothes, you could sit that in there. Could be used for just clothes in general. This one, so for me, usually when I go away, I probably have 2-3 different toiletry bags, but I have been able to put all of my gear in here, as well as some of Bobby's, so he's pretty lucky. It's got a mirror, but you've got different compartments. So you've got a dry section, all these little things. So these are not even full. Like, I've still got stuff to put in these, but perfect for me because I have a lot of stuff to take. But the good thing is when I put that back up, I've got room to put more things in there as well. I can put clothes, another bag, whatever it might be. And then you've also got this zip here, so you can put things in there as well. But like I said, I've got everything in there. We only need to take the one toiletry bag. If you're going on a small trip or a weekend trip, you can definitely use that as a travel bag, put clothes in the back, toiletries in the front.
So like I was saying, that's an absolutely great bit of kit for $100 or something. Now, this whole setup, this is something I've thought, you know, good and hard about. Well, we have, it's been a joint effort. It's a perfect example of how far camping has come and how simple and easy it all can be. Now, tomorrow, mate, we're on the road, we're out there, we're heading north, we're hitting the Cape. We're keen. If you see us on the road, come say good day, come have a beer, we're always up for a chat. See us on the road.